St Lucia, and this is another thing that kind of gets to me when I look online, and people don't even know how to pronounce the island. They're saying all sorts of variations. So St Lucia, for those who don't know how it's pronounced, so St Lucia is one of 5 territories or 5 jurisdictions in the Caribbean which offer citizenship by investment. How does, generally speaking, I know this could be a really incredible segue into hours and hours of discussion, but generally speaking, how does the St. Lucia offering differ from the other 4?
So what I would say is, generally the processes are very similar in that we're all part of the Organization of Eastern Caribbean States. We all have similar mandates and similar needs. What I would say is St. Lucia, in regard to benefits, at least I would say that our program is tailored to a different type of investor, so to speak, than maybe, for example, Dominica. So St. Lucia, we found that a lot of our clients are geared towards, at some point, potentially retiring St. Lucia or using St. Lucia as a second base, so to speak. In that St. Lucia, of the offering islands, we're probably the most geared towards foreign direct investment. And because of that, we've really seen in the last few years massive improvements to our infrastructure on island. So for nomads and people who just want a place that's not in a big city, but where they can work and they can also enjoy, which has good access to Europe, which has good access to the US, Canada, St. Lucia seems to be really popular for them. And I think that's really what we've gotten from a lot of our clients. In regard to price, I think for a single person, St. Lucia is one of the cheaper options. So I think probably until maybe a few weeks ago, St. Lucia is definitely the cheapest for single people across the board. So we particularly during the rise of crypto, so to speak, and the height of COVID, we had a lot of young COVID millionaires, particularly from China, particularly from the US as well, getting citizenship. Lots of persons in their mid, sometimes even early 20s. Sometimes people who were still at university, actually, just single people who thought that, hey, at some point, this is going to be beneficial to me. I want this to travel. So I think that's really where we differentiate ourselves, and also reputation. So because St. Lucia is the youngest program, we have the benefits of seeing where other programs may have stumbled over time, where they have had growing pains, and we've been able to more or less account for these things before they happen. And I think because of that, we've not really had any scandals, so to speak, as of right now. And because we also have less economic citizens, people see some benefit to that. We don't have 10,000 citizens by investment, at least not yet. So it's still somewhat of a niche, which people tend to like for whatever reason. There's not that benefit of, hey, someone got it in 1980 and my dad got it and my cousin has it, so now I have it. But there's this sort of, it's new, it's young, it's fresh, it's trying to move with the world as it is today. And I think that's really a benefit and we try to remain flexible, remain dynamic, and to continue to grow and improve with the times. And I think that's where it really stands out.
Fantastic. Thanks for sharing that. And again, those who are just joining us, hcj.tax/events for details on our future live streams, as well as our in-person Nomad Offshore Summit at the end of January next year. And if you message us through our website and say St. Lucia, you'll get a chance to win a free ticket to attend the event in Portugal at the end of January.
So if you're a 6, 7, or 8-figure investor, entrepreneur, or business owner who needs a tailor-made solution from a qualified team of professionals, we can help you achieve the international lifestyle, the freedom, and even the tax savings you're looking for. Visit us at htj.tax and live that international life.